Aries. Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you're doing well. I'm Ronique. This is going to be your July 2024 career tarot reading. This is a great way for us to look at the astrological energies around your work, your finances, your career. If you're thinking of changing careers or possibly getting into some type of new area of making money, or you're looking for an inheritance, whatever it is that is coming to you during the month of July, dealing with your prosperity, that is what we're going to look at. Now, Aries, if you haven't already taken a look at those July 2024 general tarot readings, I do have them up underneath of the monthlies, but I'll also leave a link in the description box below. We're going to go week by week. I have left all of the important dates down in the description box, so let me know what you're looking forward to in this month, and let's get started. You start off the first week with the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Second week finds you with the Three of Wands in the reverse, as well as the King of Wands also in the reverse. Lots of reversals of wands there, Aries. Third week of July finds you with the Strength card, Major Arcana, as well as the Five of Wands. And last week of July finds you with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Death card, Scorpionic energy there. Really interesting that you got that Scorpionic energy at the end of the month. I do think that there's something there along with you all that are ruled by Mars. Interesting, we'll see where Mars is at the end of July. So let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energy that you're bringing into the month of July. This would have been themes that you were working with during June. Spirit, if you could send Aries a card for the month of June coming into July. And you have Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins is that energy of possibly hearing some type of news about a new opportunity dealing with wealth and prosperity. This could have been a person bringing you news. This could have been an email. This also could have been a start of some new opportunity. And for many of you all, this was a really positive energy that you had back in June. If any of you all started a new position, or you were just starting your search for a new job or career, this definitely could be that energy that you're bringing into the month of July. Now, I do think this is interesting because that Page of Coins is a more happy, positive card of some type of new information. And it seems like during this month, you have a lot of fiery energy, Aries, and that could be your energy with you all also being a fire sign, but lots of wands here, and here dealing with group dynamics, really interesting. So really keep in mind throughout this month where it is that you have relationship conversations with other people at your job, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull an overarching message. Spirit, if you can send Aries an oracle message for the month of July. And there it fell out. Okay. Authority. Okay, so number 4, authority, which to me looks like it could be the Emperor energy. And so I do think that that's very interesting because that is you. You all basically came into your own reading. That number 4 is that number 4 of the Major Arcana Emperor card. So you're basically coming into your own reading with this authoritative, I don't want to say looming, but it feels like there's a cloud of authority over you this month. There is some type of either the organization that you are working for, maybe they have created new rules that are very strict, or maybe you are the person having to start rolling out these new rules. If you are someone who is a manager or someone who is needing to take authority in a situation at your job, this is going to be be the overarching theme during the month of July. So keep that in mind, Aries. I do think that that is coming through with a lot of these Wands cards. As I'm looking over the month, I can see when you start off the month, there is some type of opportunity of someone coming to you with possibly some emotional support, but it does feel like there's some type of rift here when you get into like the second and third weeks, where it feels like you've been trying to get some momentum, but you're not able to, with that King of Wands and 3 both in reverse. And by the time you get to the third and fourth weeks of the month, there's definitely some type of imbalance occurring with the 5 of Wands and that 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Working with a group, maybe not the best conversations going on at the end of the month. And by the time you reach that very end, you have that Scorpionic Death card, needing to release something, maybe release this job or the people you are working with. So keep that in mind as we go through each week. So Aries, let's go through the chart and let's just look. We start off July off of the heels of Saturn moving retrograde at the end of June in the sign of Pisces. And then July 2nd, we have Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Mercury enters Leo, and a new moon in Cancer on July 5th. During this time, really pay attention to where it is that there is like there doesn't feel like there's continuity. I heard discontinuity. I don't even know if that's a word, but there's some type of inability to feel like you are calm. This seems like it could be also in your home life, and it could be affecting your work, or it could be in your work life and it's affecting your home. But somewhere here with this 4 of Wands in the reverse and Page of Cups, there is some type of spiritual connection that you're trying to have. A young person could bring you some happiness during this first week of the month, but do know it feels like during this new moon in Cancer, take some time to figure out what it is that you want to plant new seeds of intentions around your work-life balance between house and home, or between work life and home life. I do think that by time you enter into this second week of the month, this is when you start having, I think, this authoritative challenge at work. It feels like this 3 and King of Wands, both in the reverse, is this energy. It could be this Venus entering Leo on the 11th. Remember, we already had Mercury enter Leo on the 2nd. So you all could be really triggered by all of this fire energy moving into Leo. And I do think that that King of Wands and 3 of Wands in reverse is suggesting that you're not feeling very confident in your control. It feels like someone could be either stripping that away from you, or like I said, the authoritative people at your work, like your boss, or even just more of the managerial, like overarching organization. There's something here where you don't feel like you can move forward with a strategy. And I would say during this time, really think about where it is that you are feeling confident about your work and where you are not. And if this is the organization you want to continue with, because there definitely feels like some new rules are being made and you're not quite sure if you agree with them, okay? Now, by the time you get to the third week of July, this is when we have Mars entering Gemini on the 20th. And we do have a second Capricorn full moon on the 21st. And then the Sun enters Leo on the 22nd. I do think that this Strength card is indicative of all that Leo energy that you're dealing with during the month of July. And once the Sun moves into Leo on the 22nd, be prepared for people standing up for themselves. Maybe everyone is so tired of the authoritative control that some colleagues are like threatening to leave, or they're like, okay, this is not where I want to be. You may be just watching this from the sidelines, or this could be some kind of competitive conversations that are being had. There is this imbalance that you're going to need to figure out how to claim back, Aries, in order to feel good about yourself. And I do think that that Venus entering Leo Leo and the sun entering Leo could help you regain that strength and courage that you need to figure out if this is the place you want to remain. And by the time you end July, we do have Mercury entering Virgo on the 25th, and then Chiron retrograde begins on the 26th. There is some discord with either your colleagues or people you are working with, like in a presentation or a group dynamic here with that Three of Pentacles in reverse. And then that Death card at the very end of the month. This is something you need to let go of. And this is probably a personal goal that possibly you had in the past, or a belief system that you had in the past. Spirit is saying by the end of July, you will need to make a decision, and you will need to either let go of something that's no longer needed, or you may need to like have a conversation with a group of people. So I do think this is going to be an interesting month for you, Aries, because all of this fire energy is just bound to come out in some type of and when I say combative, it doesn't necessarily mean like physical altercations, but more conversations behind closed doors that could be like he said, she said, that creates stress in the workplace. That's what I'm feeling. And that authority card coming out as your overarching theme, you can see it in all of these wands, all of this fire energy, and especially at the end of the month. So keep yourself really grounded, Aries. Figure out if these people that you are working with and this organization is for you, okay? By the end of the month, you will be asked by yourself, by your spirit guides, is this a place you want to remain? Okay, Aries, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't already checked out those July generals, I would love if you would. All right, Aries, I will talk to you later. Have a good July.